Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are doing well. I wanted to take this time for two reasons. One, to address the making public of masses. So the governor has this whole time allowed for the possibility of 10 people to be in a building at one time. The bishop has opened up the possibility to celebrate public mass. The difficulty that we run into is that which 10 people? And I can't just have a bodyguard out front after we get 10 people. Oh, nope, you can't come in. That would be cruel and unusual punishment, since you haven't been able to experience and celebrate Mass in like a month and a half, to get all the way to church and then be kicked out. I don't want that to happen. So there are some things that we need to do to prepare for everybody to have the opportunity to sign up to experience, to celebrate the Mass. And so I'm going to be continuing to stream the Masses online, but we're not going to be inviting people into the church just yet. We have some background things that we need to do, because the other difficulty is that many people in our parish aren't able to even follow the Mass on Facebook, because one, they don't have Facebook, two, they don't have good internet connection, or three, they don't know how to use the internet. And so it's not fair to them to open it up and say, hey, whoever, just to announce to the people on Facebook, hey, this is what's going to be happening. And then there's this whole population of people that haven't been considered. So we want to consider all of that and bring that all together. So we have a few things in mind before we open up to celebrate publicly Mass here in the church. And as soon as I have something for you, I will let you know. That's number one. If you have any difficulties or struggles with that, don't hesitate to call, email, bang on my door. I'd prefer that you didn't do that, but if you're perturbed and angry enough, go ahead. I want to talk with you. Second, with regards to the bishop announcing this morning that the diocese has filed for Chapter 11 restructuring. So under governmental United States bankruptcy law, Chapter 11 is a bankruptcy filing for a restructuring of a company. So the diocese hasn't lost all of their money, but because of the number of suits against priests and settlements that need to happen, there's so many of them that the liability and the possibility in the future is that if we were to pursue that, one, then that would be an extraordinary amount of money. Two, the diocese has been running at a deficit for way too long, and so it needs to be trimmed. And three, there is an income shortage because nobody's spending money because of COVID. So those three things, because of those three things, the bishop has decided to file for that. Now, what does that mean practically speaking? One, the operations of the diocese will not change. The ministries will still be acting the same. Catholic Charities, St. Christopher Homes, all of the various ministries of the diocese will continue as same. The administrative offices of the archdiocese will still be operating the same with the capacity that they are, with half of their employees furloughed at the current moment. So everything will be operating the same. How does that affect us as a parish monetarily? In no way. We, in 2007, Father Peter incorporated the parish. under the guidance of the bishop. Every parish is now its own corporation from a legal perspective. And what that does is that it protects the parish from any suits that are leveled to the diocese. So nothing will be happening monetarily in that regard to the parish. Also to say that your donations that are given to the parish every Sunday, on the weekday, the ones that you've been mailing in and putting in, none of that has gone to the filing of those suits. The way that they've been paying that is through insurance, through different premiums on stocks, and on particular endowments that people have donated money specifically to help the church in that particular way. So none, I repeat, none of the money that you donate on Sunday goes to people who are victims of the church abuse. I want you to know that. What that also means, we have two monetary holdings with the diocese. One, we have about $25,000 at the diocesan bank. None of that will be touched. The diocesan bank will remain the same. That money will still be there. We also have approximately $350,000 with the Catholic Community Foundation in preparation for the building and all of that you've continually been giving as part of the building fund. The Catholic Community Foundation is, again, a separate corporation, so none of that money will be touched. None of the money will be touched. That's our money, and it will continue to be our money. And nothing can prevent that from happening. So that's, just wanted to let you know all of that. I encourage you to pray for the bishop. It had to be such a difficult decision to make. It also will continue to be difficult to go through this process of filing, of restructuring the diocese and restructuring the administrative offices of the diocese. Pray for discernment in that regards. Pray for the lawyers and the accountants that will be guiding all this. But in the end, this is intended to be a way to allow the diocese to flourish as opposed to die. Because if things had continued as they were, it was very likely that the diocese would have run out of money. And the money that I just spoke of earlier that is safe probably would not have been. So this is the safest way for the diocese moving forward. And God willing, the difficulties that will ensue because of this filing will only last about a year, and then we'll be able to move forward in all of that. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate to call, email, message me on Facebook, or any other platform therein. Know that I love you and that I'm praying for you. God bless.